everyone, today I'm here with a process video for you showing an art journaling page for 49er Market using the Spectrum Sherbet, Strawberry Lemonade and Tidal Wave collections. I really love this collection for doing art journaling pages, and so I'm going to show you a couple that I've done, and then I will show you the page that I'm going to give you the process video for. And I may have another process video coming up on a 49er Market Spectrum Sherbet collection art journaling page soon. So I do have one recorded. So the first page that I've got to show you is this one, which has used the Spectrum Sherbet washi tapes as the first layer on this art journaling page, and some of the beautiful leaf rubons here. And you can see that they go over the texture paste. I've added paint and stuff to this page, and the rubons and the washi tape work perfectly. So this page is a double spread. Again, I've used washi tape, rubons, the laser cuts, and over texture paste and paint, and it has worked just beautifully. I also cut one of the frames here and put 2/3 or 3/4 on this page and 1/4 on this page. Washi tape across the middle to tie the two pages together. People have asked me about composition, so I'd say this is a mirroring, mainly a mirroring, but you can type composition. But what I've done is made it a bit heavier and higher on this page and a bit lighter with the frame, but largely the same elements on both sides. But then I've tied it together with the washi tape through the middle and the paint going across through the middle as well. There's this one, which is a fairly simple single page, which has paint, washi tape, rub-on leaves, and then some more washi tape on the sides. There's also splashes of paint behind, and I've used a die-cut butterfly over some gold thread, which you should be able to see if I move this up higher, so you can see the gold thread there. So that was a simple page, but I really love that color combination. Then this is the page I'm going to show you the process video for today. It's a very similar composition to that last page with, because when I did that last page, I thought, oh, I really want to do this again with a few more layers in it. And film it to do a process video, because I really like the composition with a piece down the middle. You probably have seen with some of the layouts that I've done recently that I've been really liking this middle composition. It's just something that's taking my fancy at the moment, so that's why I'm doing this quite a bit in my art journaling pages and in my scrapbooking pages. If you're not an art journaler, you may want to start trying to dabble in it. I have quite a few journals on the go, and I'm finding that working in my art journal really helps me with composition and trying new techniques that I then want to use in my scrapbooking pages. So you saw that previous page with the center composition. I had done that, and then I did similar pages with similar sorts of items from the collection in my scrapbooking pages. And now I've come back and done a more detailed version of that center composition. So a vertical composition in the middle of the page in my art journal. And then I may take this sort of idea and then build it again into a scrapbooking page or some other off the page item. And I love this technique of combining the texture paste. So you will see here the detail of the texture paste with the watercolor paint, and then the rub-ons over it, and those many layers, and then splatters of the pink paint and some of the splatters of the blue with the rub-ons, that you get a lot of layers. So there's washi tape under there as well, and the laser cuts, and then laser cut flowers and the butterfly elements. And you'll see how I bring that all together in this process video. So I really hope that you enjoy it. If you have any questions, please put them below, and I will endeavor to come back and answer them. And if you enjoy this video, please post a comment and I'll try and do some more. Thank you very much. Bye. So moving on to the process part of this video, I'm going to start with the 4-inch lace washi tape, and I'm ripping the edges off both sides of this. The art journal I work in is 12 inches by 9 inches from Ranger, and I like this because of its heavy paper. So I would say that this washi tape is 7 to 8 inches long, and then, as I said, I've torn the edges off it to give it an irregular shape. These lace strips are from the laser cut pack, the strawberry lemonade laser cuts. And I am going to use a combination of the pink acetate leaves and the leaves from the leaf rub-on set. And I'm going to use those in combination to give a layered effect. But at the moment, I'm just laying out the main elements to see where it's all going to sit. And then I'm actually going to add some more textural details with texture paste through a stencil and some painting before I finally stick down these elements. So I'm just trying to get the layout sorted here. And now you can see that I have a stencil. So this is a dot stencil. I absolutely love dots and circles. And I am just putting a white texture paste randomly through this stencil around the strip of washi tape. So when this dries, it will give me that texture, and when I add watercolor paint over it, the watercolor will move around those stenciled texture paste. Okay, so this is dry now, and you really do need to set this aside until it's completely dry. And I'm just putting some water down first and then some yellow watercolor paint. So you could use inks, you could use acrylic ink, or you could use a water activated stamp pad and just smush that and get the ink out of it to do this effect. You don't have to use watercolor paint. I'm just making sure I've got plenty of water around where I'm applying the paint, so the paint will move and end up with a really nice soft edge around it. So I've started with the yellow, which works well with the yellow in the strawberry lemonade, and then I'm adding some blue, and when the aquarine blue meets the yellow, I also end up with some green. So that brings in the colours from the tidal wave side of the collection. So now it means I've got all the colours. So now I've put the pieces back across the washi tape where I want them to sit. So they haven't been stuck down yet, but I've got them there for placement so that I can look at where I'm going to put my rub-on leaves. So I'm just starting to apply these rub-ons. And as I said, I'm using the rub-ons in combination with the acetate leaves. I absolutely love these rub-on leaves. They're so pretty, and it really makes for a nice mix using the smaller rub-on leaves with the larger acetate leaves. And if you are familiar with my work and have seen my previous 49 and Market projects, you'll know that I've done layouts before with a combination of the acetate and rub-on leaves, and I did get that idea from doing this art journaling page, and also this central sort of mirrored design. I've also done scrapbooking layouts in this sort of idea, and again I got this idea from working on my in my art journal. So I've stuck down one of the lace strips just so I know where the centerpiece is that I'm putting these rub-on leaves along, and I'm just going to continue to add more of the rub-ons before I finally stick down the remaining lace strip and the acetate leaves. So I'm going to apply quite a few of the rub-ons. So that's my second piece of lace down, and then one of my acetate leaves. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use the second. Oh, yep, I've got a smaller acetate leaf there that I am going to stick down. And then I'm going to keep adding some more rub-ons. You can see that these rub-ons are fantastic. They're applying over everything that I've put underneath. So washi tape, laser cuts, texture paste, watercolor paint. They apply perfectly over everything. I absolutely love them. They are the highest quality. Although they come with an applicator tool in the packs, I always just use my thumbnail to rub them down. They apply very, very easily. No problems with them lifting, and no problems with them not coming off the background paper. So I've put a few single leaves as well, so it looks like they're falling down from the branches that are along the column, that centre column. And I love that effect of those single leaves just drifting down. I think it's really pretty. Okay, so I think that might be the last of the rub-ons. And now I'm just, I believe, going to add a phrase strip. So that's also from the laser cuts. And now I'm going to look for a butterfly. So I'm looking through the strawberry lemonade laser cuts here, and I didn't find the right butterfly that I wanted. So it ends up that I'm going to make myself a butterfly, because I try a few different ones here from the laser packs, but I think I wanted a pink one at this stage. And I'd used quite a number of the pink ones from the laser cuts on some previous layouts. And so I just didn't have the right piece there. So I ended up deciding that I would use a rub-on, one of the large pink butterfly rub-ons, and apply that to a piece of cardstock and fussy cut it out. So I believe that's what I'm going to do now. So I find my rub-ons, select the one that I want. Here they are. So in these packs you get phrases, you get splotches, and you get the butterflies, and you get some more geometric type lines with paint splotches. So there's lots of different rub-ons in these packs. So this is the butterfly. As I said, I applied it to just some plain white flat cardstock and fussy cut it out, and then it makes essentially my own die cut, and I'm going to stick that at the top of the column. I just use wet glue to stick these down. My glue of choice is art glitter glue. I do like it because it dries clear and non-tacky, and just sticking the strip down there. Now you could leave this page how it is, but on reflection I looked at it and, oh, I apologise, I am going to add some pink splatters. So that's the final paint step. Now I let this dry overnight, and I came back to it and I decided that I wanted to add some more blue elements in because of the blue in the watercolour paint that I had put in the background. So now I'm going to bring in more of the tidal wave. I don't know why, but I always do want to call it tidal pool, but some more of the tidal wave collection. So the blues and greens. So we have the pinks, yellows and oranges are in the strawberry lemonade side of the collection, and the blues and greens are in the tidal wave side of the collection. So I'm going to add some of these geometric line splotch type rub-ons around the outside. So I'm just adding some extra paint splotches there. And now I have some more of those elements on the left side. So I'm going to balance these blue sections by putting that large one at the top at the right, and put the one on the left halfway down, and then another one on the right but much closer into the column, so not right out on the edge. And I've got a couple of individual little paint splotches there that I'm going to add as well. And I'll put another one of those on over on the left-hand side as well. Again, it's about creating balance and drawing the eye around the page. So by having the blue spread out like that around the page, it draws your eye around the art journaling page. So just another one of those little splotches there. Okay, so next step, I want to add some extra butterflies. Originally, I was thinking I might layer a blue one over the pink one, but I didn't like that. So I'm ending up sticking one blue one there at the moment, and I want to add some more blue elements on the column. So I have some of the laser cut foliage and flowers from the tidal wave laser cuts, and I'm just sticking those down there. So there's some beautiful blue violets and a branch of little blue flowers. And then I have a chipboard word here, and I don't want it too thick because I don't like elements that are too thick in my art journal, because obviously it's a book. So I've just peeled one of the layers of chipboard off the back and put some glue on it and stuck it down. So it's much thinner now because the chipboard is quite nice and heavy, but for an art journal book, I don't want it that heavy. So I just you know, made it thinner. So I've picked out a second blue butterfly as well, and so one blue butterfly below the pink and one small blue butterfly above the pink one. And then I'm going to add some strips of washi tape underneath the title. So now, rather than it just being a simple word phrase, I have the large word of grow and the phrase, and now I'm just sticking some of the little strips of washi tape. So there's the 4-inch lace washi tape, and then there's the assorted pack. So here's some close-up shots of my page. And you'll be able to see here all of the detail and layers and texture of this art journaling page once you are able to see up close. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I hope you enjoyed this process video, and I look forward to seeing you here again using 49 and Market products. Thanks very much. Bye.